Hello everyone, my name is Nathaniel Freeman and this is Freeman's Money, and today we're going to do another episode of Rich versus Poor, and this is episode 3. Go back and watch the others. If you like the video, smash the like button, but let's get into today's content. Okay, today we are going to be talking about the rich mindset versus the poor mindset. Now, first thing that I always notice when I'm talking to somebody who's developing their vision or has achieved their vision versus people who are in a slump, maybe they're in heavy debt, maybe they can't even afford to rent or anything, maybe they don't have a job, is the people that have wealth are talking about what they've done wrong in their life and how they've attributed to that. And then they don't blame themselves, they don't treat themselves like a victim. They say, I did this, maybe it was the wrong choice, and this is how I learned from it. When on the other side, when you're talking about two people who have bad situations, they tend to consider themselves victims by society. Well, it's like, well, I didn't lose my job. My boss was so harsh on me that I had to quit. Or I didn't have my kid. My kid was taken away from me unfairly because of this, this, and this. And they just consider themselves to be a victim, while the other side considers, okay, I may have failed this, but I strive to overcome it. So there's that victim mentality, and then there's stuff happens to me, but I deal with it, take control of it, and I take as much responsibility as I can for it and move forwards. I don't know why that seems to be such a big difference, but it seems that when you keep going with the victim narrative, you seem to just start spiraling downwards where everything's against you. And it just keeps going down and down and down. Well, if you consider everything like a challenge that you're overcoming, then you just start spiraling upwards. It's a weird mix because it's right in your mind, and it's all about how you consider yourself and how you tell stories to other people. But talk to these people, and you'll see that when you're starting to blame yourself as a victim, you can see them going downwards. And it's not something that you see right now, but I guarantee you, if someone's blaming themselves as a victim, the moment you notice it, their life will continually get worse. It might have its upstrokes, but it'll be a downward spiral. And then if you talk to somebody who's always like, okay, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna beat this, blah blah blah, you'll see it start to go upwards. So the first thing is, rich don't consider themselves to be a victim, while the poor seem to. The other thing is failure. The rich accept failure. The poor seem to deny that they had anything to do with it. So wealthy people, when they fail at something, they say, I failed at this, and these are the reasons I failed. Next time I do it, I'm going to do these things better. And this is how I'm going to change it in the future. Well, when you talk to people who are in a bad situation, it's usually that they did nothing wrong. They didn't fail at anything. They refuse to accept responsibility. They try to pass it on to other people. Well, it's not my fault. It's their fault for doing this. And it's like, you can definitely see the narrative in there. And it's like, well, let's say the poll side, it'll be like, well, this guy did this to me, so I did this to him. And then I wound up losing my job because of it. Wow. The wealthy people, like, I developed this product, I sold nothing of it, and these are the reasons why I think it's sold. Let's try again. So it's that mindset where it's, failure's okay, I will learn from it. Failure's not okay, I have nothing to do with it, I don't fail. So those are two really big different things. They're completely opposite mindsets, and there's really no getting around that. Now the other thing is, the rich and the wealthy think long term. They dedicate their goals into the future, while the poor seem to have like they don't have goals, and then they just strive for whatever seems closest. So when you watch them on the life path over years, you see that the poor, they just kind of zigzag around, but never going anywhere. While the wealthy, they have a goal, and they might zigzag a bit, but each time they zig and they zag, they're getting closer to that goal. It's never a straight path. It's not. Doesn't matter who tells you it will be. It's not a straight path, but it's a long-term goal. The other thing is, poor people seem to consider that wealth and rich is something that you can achieve for yourself, It's always handed down to you from your parents, and like there's nothing you can do to control that. While the rich and the wealthy, they seem to think that money's in abundance and you can have it if you strive for it. Fun fact in this video, 80% of all millionaires are self-made. I wonder which side is right. Okay, so let's go over them. Poor people have a victim mentality. They don't accept failure. Well, just they don't acknowledge that they failed. Short-term thinking. And they believe wealth is just handed down to people. Rich people, on the other hand, they accept failure. They don't consider themselves a victim. They think long into the future. And they believe wealth is available for everybody. Those are 4 big differences between the wealthy and the poor, and it all starts right up here. And when people are starting their journey, you need to start with your mind. You got to get your mind right, because if you're always negative and bringing yourself down, you're just going to see that you're not getting anywhere in 3 months and then cop out, because that's really easy to do, and I've seen it a bunch. Where people make they start investing, and then they've made 2 trades, they made a little bit of money, but then they lost money, or they don't know what to invest in next. So then they just pull their money out, they spend it on some other things, and they're happy, but they don't go back to it. Wow, investing is a constant thing that people are doing. For example, this year, about now, I've invested about $5,200 into my investing account. But at the beginning, it was paying me $10-$20 a year. It would have paid me throughout the whole year. Now it's over $300. But it's just, and we're not even through the year yet. That's the other amazing thing. I thought I would be maybe 3,000 right now, but I'm at 5 and a bit. And I'm at $300 will guarantee, well, let's not say guaranteed, but I will be making next year, as well as whatever money I put into it in the meantime. So it just keeps stacking and bubbling and bubbling. And next month, I make $41. $41 just for owning these stocks. And that's 1 month. Now, it's my best month. Every 3 months, I get paid on the ones that go quarterly. So that's one of my best months. But $41. I can order pizza twice to my house and still have a little bit of money left over. And it's all just coming in. But anyways, there's today's episode of Rich vs. Poor. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you here next week. Bye for now.